What's good, YouTube? It's your boy DUSHAQ back here with another video on the channel, and today we got another reaction. We'll be reacting to Young Don, the Sauce God. Again, the title of the video is "We Got Robbed in Broad Daylight." It seemed like it's gonna be juicy, you know. But no, let's get into it.
He turns around.
Who is that, bro?
Grabs my boy, the one who got his phone
Bro,
took.
hold up, bro. Y'all see his? What is that haircut, bro? Is it slicked back, bro? Okay.
Grabs him by the shirt, puts him up against the wall, pulls out a pocket knife, holds it to his stomach, and is like, "You don't want to do that."
Oh, they got robbed. Hold on. Hey, I'm wearing them.
I was mad living with you. I couldn't sleep naked.
Oh, yeah?
Hell yeah.
I mean, you could have asked.
What?
I mean, like, I walk into the Foot Locker and they ain't got my size. It's like, well, you know, what's going on?
Yeah.
You know,
hey, go check out their podcast if y'all really,
Get
really
them to
interested.
work.
Go check out their
Stitch up
podcast.
these shoes. I need some fresh Nikes. What are we doing?
Bruh.
There's a famous
Come on
quote:
now.
"Money is the root of all evil."
Very true.
Have you heard
Very
it?
True.
What do you think about
Money
it? It
is.
comes from the Bible. And growing up in Jamaica, that quote made a lot of sense to me. And that's because every night on the evening news, there'd be some tragic story of a family, a business owner, a kid who lost their life over money, you know, a robbery gone bad. So for a long time, I believed that. I believed that money was the root of all evil. But one day, I was sitting down with a wise man. It was my best friend's father, who had made himself a lot of money in his lifetime by building businesses, being disciplined, you know, going to college, all of that. He carried a gun, and one day when I was over my best friend's house, he asked me, "Why do you think I have this?" Of course, I replied, "To protect yourself." You know, he was a wealthy man, you know, people knew he was a wealthy man, and Jamaica's a dangerous place. And thinking I was smart, I threw the quote at him, you know, "Money is the root of all evil." He then said to me, "Chris, money is not the root of all evil. Money is what bought me this house. It's what buys you food. It's how your parents get you those video games you like to play. No, money is not the root of all evil. The lack of money is the root of all evil."
Very true. Very true.
That's why I carry
doubt.
this. Because too many people here don't have enough. And the only thing more dangerous than a man with nothing to lose is a man with nothing at all. That stuck with me.
Bruh.
Completely changed the way I saw it.
Hold up.
So,
that quote kind of hit hard. That hit hard. I'm not gonna cap. He say, "The only thing worse than a man with nothing to lose is a man with nothing at all." Bro, hey, that quote hit hard. I'm gonna live by it.
One day after school, when me and my boys got held up and robbed as they were walking to the bus stop, I was walking to my dad's
Bro, is that
office.
me right there? No, stop. Let me stop playing.
I don't want to give you too much backstory, but you can watch this video about getting teased for where I lived. It's a funny story about getting teased, walking to my dad's office. People thought it was my house. Go watch this video if you want to get more context. But that day when we got robbed, what my dad's friend said to me made all the sense in the world. I was about 13 years old, you know, very young, very naive, and the world around me, being Jamaica, was a very real place, you know, very dangerous place at times. But my parents did an amazing job at sheltering me from a lot of that. But no matter how hard your parents try, they can't protect you from the world forever.
Yes, that is very true.
So I'm walking to my dad's office with two of my boys. You know, they're walking to the bus stop to take the bus to go home. So we're taking the usual route, and on the way to where we're going, we have to pass this other school. It was known as Quality Academics. It was basically a school you would go to if you failed high school. You see, in Jamaica, in order to go to college, you have to take this exam called CXC. I think they changed the name, but it's very similar to the SAT.
Yeah, I was about to say,
if you got
it's
poor
like
grades on your
SAT?
CXCs, you wouldn't be able to get into a good university. In Jamaica, there are really only like two, and we don't have this abundance.
What?
Of community colleges like you do here in America. So if you want to take another swing
game
at getting
over.
into university, you pretty much have to redo your senior year of high school. But there isn't a way to do that in actual public school. So you have to go to one of these like do-over schools, and Quality Academics
Bro.
was one of those schools. Now, think about the kind of kids that completely fail high school, right? Of course, you have those who just, struggle in school. Public school isn't always the best.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, it's dudes that didn't take school serious because they were busy,
So what-
chasing girls,
I
ditching.
know a lot of people that like they either don't take school seriously, but it's like a lot of people I know like they're smart enough to do the work. They just don't. They either don't like school or they just don't like doing the work. And I understand that. Like I've gotten straight A's pretty much all the time that I've been in school. School has never been really that hard for me, but for some people it really is hard. I think it's just a matter of you putting in the effort and working hard just to get that high school diploma. And once you get that diploma, you can pretty much do. I mean, you can do a lot of stuff after you get that diploma. But yeah, I think it's just a matter of effort.
In class, a lot of times there were dudes who gave a lot of trouble. Very often, these kinds of guys, grew up in environments where they didn't have a lot, They grew up in the hood, grew up in poverty. So what do you get when you mix a kid who grew up without a lot in an environment that is often violent, who feels the pressure of having to look like they have more than they really do so that they can climb the superficial social ladder that is high school culture? You get the two dudes that were posted up down the street in the cut looking for an easy lick. I saw them as we were walking up the street, and I could tell from a distance that these guys were no good. Back when I was going to school in Jamaica, there was a certain look that all the tough guys had. The bad man look.
The
Uniform
bad
was
man.
always
The
iron
bad man.
crisp, shirt untucked. They take their baggy uniform pants to a tailor and get them tightly fitted. A lot of times their faces were bleached so they look more light-skinned, and they always use too much gel in their hair, like to get it curly, but they'd use too much. And, I just started walking the streets to get to my dad's office, so I saw them, and I'm thinking, that don't look good. But, it's three of us, it's two of them. Sure, they're bigger, they're older, but, this kind of thing doesn't happen to me. Like it's something you hear on the news, it's something you hear happening to
Exactly.
other people.
It never seemed real till it actually happens to you. And I've had I haven't had something like that happen to me, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did because I live in Chicago, and Chicago is a really dangerous city. So I wouldn't be surprised if it did happen, but I'm just fortunate to not have it happen to me yet.
I'm not gonna get pressed by no goons. So we're walking up the street, we're getting closer and closer, and then we pass them. So I'm like, okay, all right, good, we're good. So we walk past them, and me and my boys, we're talking, we're laughing, all is right with the
Behind the
world.
bush.
And then I hear some footsteps quickly approaching us from behind. I turn my head, and now they're right beside us. As they're passing us, one of them leans into one of my boys, bumps him, and then keep walking. At first, I didn't realize what happened, but it turns out when the dude bumped into my boy, he reached into his hoodie pocket and grabbed his phone. They must have saw when my boy had put his phone in his pocket before we passed them down the street. My boy's like, yo, they just took my phone. He had a new BlackBerry, and this
Oh,
was
the
before the
BlackBerry.
iPhone, all of that. Yo, this was when the BlackBerry was the iPhone,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
Everybody wanted one. They were hard to come by. They were expensive. My mans must have saved up for a whole year just to buy that phone, bro. So now I'm shocked. And then my boy's like, yo, I gotta get by my phone. So without even thinking, we start to chase him. Now, to say chase is a bit much. It was more like a brisk walk because one, they weren't that far ahead because they weren't running away. And two, there was some hesitation, right? Because they were scary. I was scared. I will admit, I'd never been in a situation like this before. But we're in the heat of the moment, adrenaline is going, and I wasn't about to be the one friend that fell back in this situation. So we start to walk up to them. We get right behind them, and then one of the dudes, not the one who took the phone, the other one, he turns around,
Bro,
grabs my
yo,
boy.
the way, the look on that face, that was scary, bro. Look at he looking, bro.
The one who got his phone took, grabs him by the shirt, puts him up against the wall, pulls out a pocket knife, holds it to his stomach and is like, you don't want to do that. He lets him go, turns around, and the both of them keep walking. And back in school, we heard a lot of stories of dudes getting robbed and stabbed over their phones. So we knew that this was not a joke. So they're walking away, and then my boy turns to us and is like, yo, what do I do? I look at him, and I'm like, looks like you gotta get a new phone, bro. 'Cause that one's not yours no more.
That's not
and as
yours.
soon as that reality set over the group, we were just like, man, that's tough. That was so tough because there was nothing we could do. What were we gonna do? Call the police? This is Jamaica, bro. Ain't no police gonna show up and get back your phone, bro. That's gone. So we stand there for like another 5 minutes. And then we continue to walk. You know, my boys went to the bus stop. I went to my dad's office, and, you know, that was that. You know, I told my dad about it, you know, because my dad grew up in the hood. So a small part of me was like, ooh, maybe my dad can, like, go get back the phone. I don't know. My dad looked at me and was like, you still got your phone? I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right, we
You
good.
still got
Moral
your
of the
phone?
story, you know,
you worried about
you
it.
walking these streets, especially if you live somewhere that's not super safe, keep your head on a swivel, keep your valuables concealed, and, you know, if you're ever being robbed and, you know, you're outgunned or outmanned, just give them what they ask for.
Give them what they ask
Because
for.
at the end of the day, things can always be replaced. But
Your life can.
your life, pretty sure you only get one of those.
I just got a bag, didn't need a mask.
Well, hey, like he said, stay safe out there, please. And especially, well, I'm pretty sure there's not a lot of people going out now, but I'm just saying, like, stay safe in regards to COVID and stay safe in regards to, you know, what Don was saying. It do get dangerous out here, bro. Like he said, people don't be having nothing to lose, and hey, right, the only way they see and out of their situation is robbing somebody. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Like, subscribe, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Peace.